if you're just content, you sooner or later, the world changes outside, so you have to keep up with that. You have to constantly be reevaluating. So I think that's another good time to say, hey, things are a little stagnant. I want somebody to give me some fresh ideas on what else I could do to take it to the next level. And really that's the mindset for all entrepreneurs. They should be thinking about, what else can I do with this business? What else can I improve on? Where are the opportunities to take this business to the next level? So a lot of my work is done around the idea of continuous improvement and taking your business forward. And then the last opportunity is for somebody who's doing well, but they're going to be very proactive about saying, I want to take it to the next level. I want to know that there's more that I see in this business. What else am I missing? So it might be working with a coach to come up with a particular approach to, maybe it's time to branch out or to, develop a new line of business or something like that. So there's usually opportunities to take your business even further, and sometimes you just need a fresh perspective to do that. So those to me are three common reasons why you might, again, you can get some help, and you can do it either just informally, or you can actually literally sit down and be very programmatic about saying, we want to take this thing and we want to work through, and we want somebody to hold us accountable and provide some fresh perspective.
Very good. Okay. And so recently you had the reset button, hitting the reset button workshop.
Right.
And so, and what is your aim in having a group of people together?
It was, as we approach the end of the year, it's a logical time to take a step back out of your business and say, where are we headed? What am I doing in this? What's coming up next for us? Why am I even in this business? So the whole idea was to kind of the concept of working. So often we get caught up working in our business and the busy work, the day-to-day stuff, answering the phone calls, getting things done, paying the bills, that we don't take the time out to take a step back and say, how can my business be better? Taking a step away, looking down on it and saying, are all the pieces in the right spot? Do I have the right team? Are we reaching out and talking to, promoting the business through the right channels? Those types of things is taking that step back. So, hitting the reset button is all about getting a fresh perspective on the new, in this case, the new year.
So it's like those last three reasons why an entrepreneur would take the time to sit down with somebody. I think, so then you're saying the end of the year and looking at a new year coming up, it's a good time to also do that.
Right. Oh, absolutely. I mean, and, you should be doing it on a regular basis. I think
you shouldn't wait till the end of the year.
Well, I think that's a natural time to say, because that's the way we think, and that's the way businesses operate, is kind of on a calendar basis in a lot of cases. But really, anytime you feel stuck or frustrated is a good time to just, even if it's just 5 minutes, to run through some basic questions about what am I doing here. It's resetting and getting fresh perspective. I mean, it's forcing you to think, why are we doing things this way? What are we really after? That basic question of, is this what we want? If things aren't working out, why are things not working out? What's getting in the way here? So, at the end of the year, it's a great time to really, to me, schedule some time and very proactively and thoroughly go through your business, and starting with your own mental perspective and your own reasons for being in business. And then hopefully you're also then going from that, that to me kind of recalibrates your compass. That points you in the right direction. Oh yeah.
You have to remind yourself of that passion.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it is, folks get distracted and they, somebody else tells them, that you should take your business in this direction. Well, if you once in a while kind of take a step back and recalibrate, you say, that's a good idea, but that's not the best idea for my business. This is why I'm in it. This is where I'm trying to go with it. This is where I want to take it. So while I could probably make some money on that, I'm not going to be happy doing that. That's not what I really want to do. or whatever the reason is, you kind of reconfirm why and what and where and who you're working with for the coming period. In this case, we're talking about for a year. But anytime during the year that you're frustrated or you're confused, it's an exercise. It's really a mindset and a critical thinking tool that you can put to work anytime. When you feel like you've gotten off your track. And if you're frustrated, you probably are off track somehow, some way, or you need to rethink and get creative and brainstorm a little bit about ways to solve that problem.
Yeah,
that's in your way.
So what are some of the questions you should ask yourself during the reset time, especially for people who are listening right now? It's the end of the year. It's 2014, whatever successes and failures an artist has gone through. Right. We need some tools, something to sit down and go over, so that we can look at 2015 and say, okay, this is what I'm gonna focus on. This is what my goals are, etc.
To me, again, I'm literally going back to the foundation of your business and why you're in business. So, the first question that I like to ask is, why are you pursuing this path? Whether it's your career or whether it's this particular business or this particular project that I'm working on. Why did you get involved in this in the first place? Is it to pay the bills, to realize a skill set and find personal satisfaction? Is it to improve your community? And it probably is some combination of things. It's usually not just one thing. You do need to take care of yourself and make sure that your health and your financial and your relationships and all that are one aspect of this, one facet of this answer, as well as your business results. What are you trying to get from this team or this career path? So that to me is one of the most fundamental things. If you know why you're doing it, now it becomes a little bit easier to say, okay, I'm going to figure out how to do this. So the next question is, do you know what you're passionate about? What is it that you're passionate about? And again, sometimes it's not always an obvious answer. A lot of people don't know what they're passionate about. And that's, to me, the value of doing this exercise frequently, is you are constantly reminding yourself to be on the lookout and refining that answer around what is it that really drives me? Where do I get lost in the course of my day where time just melts away because I'm doing something I really enjoy or I'm really good at or whatever. So to help know that answer better is going to help you focus more, refine your focus on your path moving forward. So those are two of the first ones. The third question I usually would have people ask is, who are you doing this for? Hopefully your first answer is yourself, but then you're going to have things like family and friends and might be the community, but you also need to think about the customers that you have, the investors that might be involved in your business, the employees that you might work with, might be a partner if you're in some kind of partnership. But think beyond. To me, it's like a bullseye map. It starts with you in the center. The next circle might be your family. The next circle might be your co-workers. The next one might be your community, whatever. But you're in this not only for yourself, but you're impacting other people as well. And I think most people recognize that, but I think in the course of day to day, they lose that perspective. Oh yeah, what I do and what I'm pursuing impacts a lot of different people. So I think having that, refreshing that perspective, that there are more people involved in this than just me, helps. So, to me, those are the three fundamental questions that will help you recalibrate that focus of yours. Give you the compass point of this is where I'm headed. And again, that during the course of your day, of your year, that you're going to get buffeted by ideas and setbacks and move things forward. But you always know you want to come back to your compass point to say, now I'm going to get back and refocus, so that at the end of the year or at the end of the day, you've found yourself where you intended to be.
It's easy to get bogged down by the details of what you've of how you work and the everyday functions, and forget why you even started any of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you get caught up in the routine. It's your life.
Routine,
hey, I'm expected to get up every morning and take a shower and go off to work and deliver results and do all these different things, whether it's for yourself or for somebody else. It's so easy to get caught up in that. That's what are the expectations. But you have to periodically take time to step back and say, man, but is this what I really want? Is this where if you can play that? Okay, if I extrapolate my current situation out 10 years, am I going to be happy at the end of that 10 years? Am I going to go where I think I wanted to go? Or am I going to think, oh, that was 10 years completely wasted? I've gone off on the wrong path. So, you can do this exercise a lot of different ways. To me, just, there's no specific formal setting or process to go through. It's the importance of reminding yourself to take a step back out of your business and rethink. And when I say business, whether it's your career or the team that you're on or the company that you're running or whatever, or it could be your family. And you can apply this to whatever situation you want to apply it to.
Yeah, I think shower time is a good time to think about those things also. So you can
absolutely
think about it a little bit at a time, every day.
Yeah,
Remind yourself.
Even just 30 seconds of catching yourself and bringing yourself back to you versus just being an automatic.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's some good questions to ask yourself.
Yeah.
And get started on that.
I'm trying to think for a couple of more, and I can't.
Yeah, I have them.
So you do, okay.
Yeah. Number 4 was why your business or your team.
Oh, right. So the other question is, well, why you? Why would people choose to hire you or to hire your business or to pay money or give you resources? So if you're just an average, you're just out there doing average things, or you're doing it poorly, then why is somebody going to bother? And you need to catch yourself and say, well, this is how I can be different. This is why I stand out above the rest of the people. This is why people should choose me. So I think that's an important question as well, as far as, okay, this is where I want to go. Now, how do I make that happen? Well, to me, the phrase different, special, and better is really important. How can I be different? Why? How can I be special? And how can I make this better than either other people or even better than I was yesterday?
And not just think of those reasons as a way to sell yourself, but as a way to remind yourself to put in that work.
Right. Oh yeah.
Because anyone can see an artist get paid lots of money for a particular painting or a particular drawing,
right.
And the next person looking can say, well, you know what? If he can get that much money for a drawing, I can draw.
Right.
But you have to do it better. Right. All those things, you have to put in all that, something special. Correct, yeah.
Right.
To make it worth it.
Right. And to me, you're investing your time, your life into these ventures. Don't you want a real return on these? And why would somebody invest in you? I think is a good way to look at it. And if you have been paying your dues and putting in the time and practicing and all that, you're likely to get more from your art, from selling a piece of art, than somebody who just has basically rudimentary skills and just sits down and scribbles something out.
Right.
There is value in the time that you've spent, and sooner or later, those investments pay off. Some pay off short term, some pay off long term. So you just got to have faith that if you're putting the work in, that you're doing the right things. That sooner or later, people are going to see the value in that.
Okay. Another question is, and I'm going off of your list.
Okay, good, because like I said, I blanked on the others. The first 3 are the ones that I'll never, they're like
never
forget.
I got you. They're very good first 3 to get started on.
Yeah.
Anyways, and like you said, compass, recenter yourself, focus on what even got you started this way.
Exactly.
And if you still feel the same way, then you follow the next series of questions to realign yourself and reset and move forward. I think it's important to go back to those first 3 questions, because if you realize that your passion is gone on that, then maybe it's time to start looking at the next. If your passion the second question was what you're passionate about, and it doesn't